All right, what's going on, everybody? I got a digital drawing today. I got this one done basically just right before recording this video audio. I haven't done much of digital art in some time, unless it's been like, let's say, for class or just to kind of sketch some stuff out. But I just kind of like decided that, like, I was gonna make this a digital artwork instead of I guess like a painting or whatever, because I didn't really have like a canvas or anything to work with, and it probably would have taken a lot longer to paint it. So when it comes to my digital art process, I really like to start with a physical sketch. So I'll always sketch something in my sketchbook if I get an idea, or maybe I'll go back in my sketchbook and I'll just take a picture of it. So you can see me sketching it out, trying to sketch out like the style or how I want it to look and whatnot, of this, just of this general drawing, and like kind of outlining things within the sketch. And then once I move over to, going over digitally, I go over and do like a digital sketch. And then I have my reference image that's up right there. That's what I was kind of basing it off of. And so when it comes to having my sketch, I'll just do a digital sketch over it. And then I will kind of like make some corrections, right? If the original sketch doesn't look like it's proportioned well or anything like that, or if the original sketch just looks off or whatever the case may be. So I'll just end up making it look clean, and then I'll go back over it with some like just like a bit of like line art or whatever, just to kind of make it more clean. So then that way, when I kind of like add color or paint over it, I quote unquote paint, this is digital. When I add color over it, I just end up being able to kind of follow the lines as an outline, right? And you can do the same thing, of course, when it comes to physically painting, right? You just have the sketch and then you follow your sketch, right? That's why it's important to try and have a very clean sketch, right? Because that's your base, and if your base is good, then, if as long as you know how to add paint and then how to do the colors and everything like that, then you're gonna come out with a pretty good product per se when it comes to your artistic approach, right? So, like I said, originally I wanted this to be a like a physical painting, but it's like I don't really have any canvases at the moment to work with, and I know it would have taken pretty long. It probably would have taken me a day, but I think in the future I would definitely like to see how I could maybe make this into a physical painting, or maybe even just later on I might add some stuff to it. I was working on this like the entire day since maybe around like 10 a.m. this morning, and right now it's 6:41 p.m. And honestly, like, I'd say I had a pretty good time. I was kind of just like thinking, I have to finish this today. I have to finish this today. I have to finish this today. And it kind of brought me back to how I was like when I was like really just drawing like very frequently, where I would work on a piece and I would have to work on it the entire day because I just felt like there was a certain flow that was going on, and trying to carry it into the next day just felt a bit like off or a little iffy or whatever the case may be. And so I really do kind of enjoy that I'm kind of getting back into that general mindset, or that I still have that within me, especially now with like me making videos and just trying to just make sure I can put stuff out there, that like I have to have like the drive and the motivation to do so, right? Because there's so many other things that I could have done which would have excused me having to do this or having to finish it, but I wanted to finish it. I didn't want to go away and then come back to it and then now it's night or something like that, and then like, oh damn, I just lost most of my quote unquote energy or whatever for the day. But I had a lot of fun. I was trying to figure out a lot of stuff. So my stylus. So I work. This is on an iPad, right? I'm using Procreate, and my stylus, I guess like the tip of it or something, it's messed up, and I couldn't use pen pressure, which sucked. So I had to like zoom in for a lot of stuff and just use lines for a lot of stuff. And using my finger was awkward. I did use my finger for some parts, but it was very awkward. But it's nothing I've never been through, because like when I first started trying to do more digital art, it was like on my mom's old iPad. I downloaded like some like free app or whatever, and I just like went to work, right? Like I kind of, in a way, I kind of have the same exact process. Of course, maybe like updated or better, but I kind of have like the same general process when it comes to making digital art back then as I do now, right? Maybe, I don't know, maybe that shows I haven't grown as much as an artist, but I feel like my skills definitely have. And just like kind of like my awareness and my placement of certain things. There was like definitely a lot of things I wanted to do with color. I really do like to make like colorful like drawings and whatever, because I just enjoy the way it looks. I like when it pops. I like when it has like all these bright things going on and all these contrasting colors, because it's just a lot more dynamic. Here you can see like I already added the red background. For the most part, I kind of knew how I wanted the drawing to look like. The reference that's there, I did use it because that reference was pretty close to kind of like what I already had in mind. And so luckily enough, I was able to find something, and then I was even able to pull some stuff out from the reference, such as kind of like using it as a guide for how I was going to like put in the shading or put in the lighting. And then like the I guess like the tribal mark she has on her face, right, or some of the jewelry and stuff that she has on, allowed to further motivate the piece even further. I was listening to music with this. Usually it's like I might not listen to music. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have listened to music because I feel like it made me more tired. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense, but it's like I guess maybe because like the colors, and then my mind is being stimulated by the colors I'm putting down, and then my mind is being stimulated by the music. But usually like if I'm painting or if I'm drawing like physically, I don't have any music playing, which allows for me to get into my thoughts a lot more. I did take breaks when I was drawing this. I didn't just draw it straight all the way through. I took a couple of breaks. I'd say like since I was screen recording, I tried to kind of cut the screen recording every 15 minutes or so. So I just wouldn't have like a one like 5 hour like file or whatever the case may be of this drawing. Now I'm pretty sure I can go back into Procreate and see how many hours I did. I actually just checked the amount of hours, and the time-lapse video showed, like the time-lapse video through Procreate, it showed an hour and like 10 minutes, which is very surprising. I thought that maybe this was at least 3 hours spent, like total, but I'm not sure how it tracks it or whatever the case may be. I don't know if it tracks every time I kind of like pause just to like look at it or whatever, but or if it counts like the amount of brush strokes and then how long those takes or whatever. But yeah, so like possibly an hour, but it wasn't an hour straight, a lot of breaks. And I feel like with those breaks, it allows me to, of course, break away from me doing the art, and then to be able to like see what I want to add or see how I want to play around with certain things here and there. There were some things I was trying to do with like the jewelry or playing around with certain design elements of it. And when I came back, I was like, nah, I'm gonna scrap that, or I'm gonna do something else. Or there were even some parts where when it came to just my own skill or ability as an artist, and I want to finish the artwork, right? So I just kind of want to make sure I can get this as best unified as I can with my current skills, and then of course being able to try and like learn or pick up those skills later. I'm not very like versed, I would say, when it comes to digital art. I very much like physical media, but then again, it's like I don't feel like I'm that versed when it comes to painting, because I don't really like go and look at video lessons or whatever, which I should be trying to do more of, which would allow me to kind of like hone my skills a lot better. And hopefully like just throughout me doing this through my YouTube journey, that can happen as well, to where like I can just end up picking up a lot more information when it comes to art, and then just learning over time, maybe even going to resources like books, instead of just like YouTube videos, right? Because you can get one YouTube video that says, do it like this. You want to draw your anime girlfriend characters like this. And then another video is like, you draw your characters like this. Instead of kind of just teaching you like your own style. But for the main part, I just wanted to focus on how can I make this simple, like poppy drawing or whatever, without having to try and interject so much detail. Because at the end of the day, I just wanted it to be something simple. I wanted it to be something nice and to look at. And of course, like with me trying to get this uploaded by like practically in a day, right? If I'm spending hours upon hours upon hours, then it's not going to kind of like allow for that scheduling that I'm trying to do. And then again, when it comes to my art style, my general art style that I go towards or that I favor the most when I'm like really trying to draw something, it's a lot more simplistic. And like just like this, this, I would say this piece is a very good example. And it just kind of like allows me to express myself with that type of simplistic style, especially like with the colors. I really do like how the colors turned out. Maybe some background elements can be changed or whatever, and you might be asking like, well, why can't you change it now? Just go ahead and change it now before you upload it. But that could take some time, right? That could take a lot of experimentation of just going back and forth. And sometimes you have to put a cap. You just have to be like, nope, I have to just stop here. I have to stop here, and then I have to allow it to be done. Otherwise, I'm going to keep working on it forever and ever and ever. And then, of course, like the process of me doing other stuff took a while. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out.